Good evening, race fans. Welcome back into another edition of the NSRL. We're back here for some more Monday Night NASCAR. It is the O'Reilly Series at Martinsville. Let's get rid of a lot of what's on the screen right now. That would help, I think.
A lot of just random information.
We'll need to know it later, but not at the exact moment. But here for the NFPA 250 at the Paperclip Martinsville Speedway for 250 laps. Stage 1 at the conclusion of lap 60. Stage 2 at the conclusion of lap 120. 3 green-white checkers. 4 total tire sets. Fuel run 130, 135 laps. It's not a big deal tonight fuel-wise. 4 total tire sets and 0 fast repairs. That's your race information tonight. Art in the booth, as always. How we doing?
I wouldn't say as always, but often enough.
90% of the time.
I'd say like 97% of the time.
It's a far enough margin, but we're going to go ahead and get right into qualifying here. Let's get rid of the race info. Put up the timing tower. I think we had 35 last time I checked, so you'll see some guys pop up. The red is back this week. I think we're just under the limit.
38.
38, so we're right on it if we get a late entry. Jeff Carson with the black flag. We got new alerts. Jeff Carson was black flagged for something. Leaving pit road, I assume speeding or somehow an unsafe exit.
Maybe they still have like conduct scrutiny a little high. You spin your tires a little too much, and the game's just like, no.
Yeah, we got some additional alerts that pop up. We got an EOL alert. We got a lead change. We got a wave around fastest lap. Lucky dog. Don't know how it calculates all that. But there you go. New Walker Thomas, new fastest lap. Like they're in qualifying. So if we're on somebody else, you guys will be notified both ways. So very cool stuff. How Zach Osborne just got a slowdown is beyond me. Forgot about that. Yeah, we have the black flag. You have this slowdown, which makes sense for road racing. You cut the corner and give back X amount of seconds, but I don't know how you get a slowdown at Martinsville. That one confuses me. So I'll just turn that off because I don't think it makes sense here. Disqualified me. There we go. Let's just turn that one off. Walker Thomas currently the man to beat from Jared Wishin. Gabriel Lafrene was good here last year, both races in the trucks, his second lap. Still P14. Let's see what we got coming out. Brandon Minto goes P9. Elliott Henderson had a ton of speed last week at Darlington. And let's see, he's going to go right up by the top of the fence. Get that momentum as he starts his first lap. Full throttle for about 5 seconds, fully onto the brakes, heavy braking zones. Not a whole lot of time to rest here.
Still waiting Jolie go around and qualify.
P26 on his first lap, but you could tell he really overdrove one on the first lap. That could have even been intentional to get more heat or something in the tires, brake temps. But he's right on that white and red curbing on the second lap, so this should be some decent improvement for Elliott Henderson. P20. So he had a good speed at Darlington. Maybe that overdrive wasn't what I was thinking. Maybe he's just struggling a little bit, at least in the qualifying trim. 26 times on the board so far. Mike McConville sets out on his laps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 38 exactly, which is honestly perfect. We don't got to send nobody home. We got the full field. No one has to be sad that they didn't make the race. Onville's first lap, good enough for P10. Walker Thomas still the man they're all chasing. 34 for the final time. Coming across the line, P2. 6 1,000ths of a second, so he actually improved a good bit on his second lap. Brockman's first lap, good enough, P22. Kincott, his first lap, he had great speed. Third last week at Darlington, first lap for him. Did not count. Oddly enough. 31 times on the board. Back to Richard Pruitt, 19.97. Half a second off. That'll be good enough for P11 for Kincott. Oh, wait. We got 39 now, so it did work. 34, 35, 36. Wait, did I count wrong? 5, 6.
It still only says 38 for me.
I miscounted. Darn it.
Man, I thought he heard someone's entrance music.
Man, I did a lot of work to get
those. It's Stone Cold.
I had to do a whole bunch of work to get those names back in there like that. Oh well. Well, I'm good. No, I'm glad nobody has to go home. So that is a good thing. John Wilco, Rich Jett, not to qualify as always. Matt Mackin's 2 laps did not count. So with 4 minutes remaining, Aiden Kirker, who normally is at the front of the field, I think Richard Mills, he's not normally at the back of the field, but good result for Keith Black there. Being in the red means you're below the top 30 in points, not automatically guaranteed a spot into the race. So below 30th in points, whether that be just from, not starting enough or just, you've had some rough results in the first 6 races. But Keith Black with a good result to lead the must qualify into the race show. Richard Pruitt would be the man in danger if we get one more person in the next 4 minutes. But I think at this point, should be okay. Jeff Carson, then Donovan Boruff, Gabriel Lafrene, the only other 3 in the top 20. So 4 drivers below the top 30 in points in the top 20 in qualifying. Track position here going to be super, super, super important. Not if you're John Wilco, Rich Jett, because you are absolutely committed. They've done it no matter where we go. But I'm surprised Aiden Kirker, unless he can't, physically be here at the moment, you don't want to try and get up towards the front of the field. Walker Thomas by 6 1,000ths of a second. Your provisional pole sitter. You don't need a whole lot of time. Need about a minute to do everything. So you can leave it really late with 2.5 minutes, but nobody budging. 33 times on the board. Six races in the books for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. We've had...
Oh, we're going to get a lap here from Kirker.
All right, what did I say?
I was going to bring it up. Does he want to wait? I'm like, it'd be kind of scary having to drive through the field.
And we saw just the absolute stack-ups. Aiden Kirker is going to say he's your only multi-time winner, so 5 different winners in 6 races. This man right here, the only one that has multiple wins with 2. Darlington and a couple of weeks ago at COTA. He dominated that COTA race. Had to work pretty darn hard to get the win at Darlington, but nevertheless, he is the only multi-time winner so far this year. Has plenty of time to complete both laps and will go on board for his first. And it's going to be a second lap qualifying for him based off turn 1 there. Yeah, 34th quickest. The only lap in the 20s.
Yeah, that was his second lap.
Wait, what?
That was his, I thought, you might have been a little behind, but no, yeah, that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I missed, wait a minute, I didn't even realize that. So he is just P last on, what in the world? I missed the outline.
He will, in fact, have to drive through the field. if he's gonna have a shot.
Or is that just, weird, right? That he would be that slow. Because I assumed this was the outlap. I missed him coming out of the pits, and I was like, oh, he's going to go up high, right? He's going to get the momentum. I just assumed that was the start of lap 1. And he just, goes in there and just... I think to play the devil's advocate, right, he thinks he's really quick, and he just absolutely sent it off into turn number 1. Missed it by that much, and it really doesn't matter what you do at that point.
It's legitimately less than a second from first to 34th right now.
And obviously at a track like Martinsville, that's a big gap no matter what. But there are guys with the open setups that we've seen them just be, wildly off pace in past. But everybody still, everybody ran a 19 at least, except for the multi-time winner. That feels like an outlier, does it not?
It very much does so.
We'll see.
Again, I thought he was heading out there because he didn't want to be starting in the back, and he's stuck there anyways.
Take a look at your top 20 in points. That's your championship leader right there. Right now, it's currently only the top 20. I'm going to see if we can manipulate this a little bit more. This would save so much work, but I can't show everybody yet. Yeah, you're only a multi-time winner. All the winners are in the top 16 in points. Nobody has more than 4 top 10s, and it obviously is Kirker himself. Nobody with more top 5s, nobody with more wins. So he's building that early lead. Let's go ahead and get to the rolling grid. Thomas, Mike McConville, the front row by 6 1,000ths of a second. Jared Wish and Alex Brinson. 2. Brad Peters, Hansen. Number 3, Brock Packard, Keith Black. Number 4, rounding out the top 10, Jordan Smith and Jeremy Brown, your Phoenix winner. A couple of weeks ago, Brett Kingcott. Zach Lindgren with a cursed image. Kingcott on the podium last week. Brandon Minto and Sylvain Jolie make up row number 7. Daniel Moynihan, Jeff Carson, row number 8. Zach Osborne and Donovan Bora, row number 9. Rod Furlan, Gabriel Lafrene round out our top 20. Jackson Sims, Ethan Ball, row 11. Row 12, Nathan Yarnell and Ross Brockman. Number 13, Aaron Mack and Brett Bennett. Row number 14, Elliot Henderson, Gavin Fitzgerald Henderson on the podium. Runner-up last week at Darlington, Bradley Gunn, Corey Burkett. Row number 15, Chris Claude, Lee Goner, Blair Kneebone, P32, Richard Pruitt, Aiden Kirker. Row 17, Rich Jet, John Wilco are non-qualifiers. In row 18, row 19, Matt Mackin. Wait a minute. 23, 24, 25, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 6, 37, 38. How did it not show Kirker? Interesting.
Did it not?
Science. Well, here's what we could do. We could also do this way. Let's do results, qualifying, show the results. Show it 2 different ways. Aiden Kirker. I just read it wrong. Kirker 34th, last of the qualifiers. I had it so wrong. Yeah, that was right. Richard Mills electing not to qualify, and then Matt Mack and his lap's invalidated. And that is the rundown of our 38-car field. So everything's good. And I remember it's Nibani, not Nebone, Nibani. I remember that from last week. So all fixed. I think I got it. 6-7 into the 76. Oh, we got a car flipping.
That car cleared the catch fence there. Holy.
Okay, Elliott Sadler. Man. I cleared the catch fence at Michigan. Sir, you'd be dead. And so would hundreds of spectators. Good story, though. We had on the sign-up sheet 4 drivers that said they'd be unable to attend today's race. So we had 38. We had the potential. So we had some regulars say they couldn't make it this week. So pretty cool to see the full field streak continue and nobody having to. I mean, it's literally perfect. We get 38. That's 39. If you're the one guy to go home, it's like, can we get him a sponsors provisional or something? I'm glad it didn't end up at 39 because I'd just be sad.
At the start negotiating the streamer's provisional.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I just feel bad. You know, I don't want him to go home by himself.
He showed up, man. He wants to put in time and effort.
Yeah. Who we got for picks to win? Martinsville. It's always weird that this is like, I know it's a day race. It's like, for some reason it feels better at night though. I don't know. The environment seems
I believe
off.
I picked last week, so I'm gonna let you take it.
So let me do one thing real quick. We didn't send nobody home. All we gotta do, quickly just get rid of the red on the overlays and we are good to go. That is a lot better. All right, picks to win. Go ahead and give me... Man. I'm feeling a Mike NASCAR. I'm going to go Mike McConville. And just stick with it.
I'll be honest. That is where I was going to go. He is, I believe, proven himself on short tracks.
I don't... How do we say... Okay, Richard Mills from pit lane. He's not here at the moment. Can Aiden Kirker get from 34th to the lead without being wounded in any... Like, or does he just... I don't know. Like, we'll see what he could do. He's the championship leader's back at 34th. That'd be the fun pick, but...
I'm going to go with another fun pick. A fan favorite last week. At least from the voices in chat. Give me Brockton Packer.
I was thinking of it. I wanted to go with it. He showed really good speed, leading inside of 50 to go. Faded just a little bit at the end, but still got a top 6. So he's got the consistency down. A little bit more of that.
The fans want it. I want it. And see if, adds a little more motivation.
It's boring to pick the pole sitter, even if they show great speed. So I picked outside pole, so I didn't go number 1. See, it's gonna be. It's a long race, 250 laps. Looks like they're gonna do. They did an extra pace lap, so the overlay thinks we're on lap 2. This will be the green flag. It should reset itself relatively quick once they complete the first lap. But we got 37 cars. Richard Mills. I don't know what happened, but 37 here at Martinsville at the paperclip. Gonna be door to door. A lot of chaos, and let's see who gets out of it unscathed. I don't think anyone will. We're underway. And heck, McConville spun the tires at the start of the race. That could have been big.
Yep. Oh, we're gonna have a little 3-wide action. Car got.
I don't want to hear you
slow.
say that. I don't want to hear you say that. At Martinsville.
They were looking
don't say
at
it one time to me tonight.
I wouldn't say it multiple times.
Look at that. They're already. And they're still working off turn 4. That's just the field spread, just like that. But everybody's work is so far so good. Biggest mover gonna be Jackson Sims +3. And Aiden Kirker already up +3 in the opening 2 laps. But there's so many cars, right? You're gonna run the risk of, like, you're already 7.5 seconds. You got guys that are wildly, you think, oh, I'm so much quicker, but you still have to work through them without wrecking yourself. And you'll find yourself in danger of going a lap down. Kirker going to be looking +5 here to the inside of Brockman. said, if you don't have a good handling car in stage 1, you'll easily go a lap down. It's hard to complete a pass. You got to outbrake them. You got to get a good rotation off without spinning the tires. And if they're too wide in front of you, you're not going to go anywhere. We're going to try the crossover move there. Jeff Carson looks like he's stacked up a little bit on a corner exit. Yeah, they're too wide in front. I mean, you can force an issue, bomb it down 3 wide, and probably wreck the guy to your outside, but...
You said not to say 3 wide.
But don't tell me if they're doing it. I don't want to see the drag. But now, like 10 seconds behind already. It's a 19-second lap. You're halfway behind the race leader already. Not a whole lot going on inside the top 10 until we get back to Moynihan and Minto. Side by side here for the 11th position. I mean, you'll have to work several laps. You see, he's got the inside line. You think, oh, that's Martinsville. That's going to be good, but he has a good run off the top side. You really have to work there on the bottom. Don't want to wheel hop. Lock up the brakes and just clean the guy out. It's on your outside, and that's what you also have to be careful of right there. Zach Lindgren trying to get involved as well. Minto, yeah, he's just working on that outside. Here comes Lindgren. It felt like, you know, maybe a decade ago, it's like, oh, classic Martinsville, you have to be on the bottom to make moves. Oh, it's going to be the train, you're stuck on the top, desperate to get away to the bottom. But we've seen cars, both in real life and in the sim, be able to make moves on that second groove. It's got to keep it nice and tight, but we have seen it be possible. You have to have a really good handling race car. So here's the 42. Like you said, he worked it through 1 and 2, got half a car length ahead, and then you can kind of build with it, and that's vintage, what we're used to seeing. Complete the pass on the bottom. Now the 31's still stuck up there. Here comes Kirker, plus 9. 11 seconds back now.
I don't wonder what happened to Jeff Carson there. He's fallen 13 spots.
He just looked, when we saw him, he looked real tight, like on the exit of turn number 2. He just didn't want to smack the fence. And he still looks tight there, looked a little higher than he'd probably want to be, I'd say. Well, Friday, that's way higher than you want to be. He had the right sides in that gray up there. Here comes Jackson Sims. He's got, it's about even when they get to turn 1. 6 fighting back, though. Dead even down the back. And 6 tried to push him up the racetrack there to compromise his exit. They're still dead even at the line. Another one, we said Keith Black. We said what a great qualifying run. He's down 8 spots from his 8th place, so he's struggling a little bit in race trim. Aaron
Ooh, we've got
Mack.
a yellow out. 96 looks to be having issues.
Aaron Mack was way out of the groove. Ethan Ball, I wonder if that had something to do with that. Let's take a look.
He definitely did.
More side by side from turn 1 and 2. Going into 3. Yep, just gets him clipped. Sends him up the hill. Right rear damage for Aaron Mack.
Our first caution of the night.
I'd say.
Oh, it's a good calm one.
Yeah, I mean that's for considering Martinsville damage. I mean you'll be able to live with that fairly easily. It's gonna be annoying, you know, to fix it all because you don't get that much. So 31 gets the run off the top. 96 drives it in deep, gets a little loose under braking, just cleans out the 31 there. I had the thought in my head of, man, what a good opening 15 laps. That's my mistake. Nobody had a self spin or anything like that. You don't have a whole lot of time to work on it. But that's relatively minor damage. Right rear. Horsepower is not even that important to begin with, so he should be totally fine. Honestly, I don't even think he came into pit. He says it's not a big deal. Good this lap. It's not even bothered with pitting right now, so yeah. There'll be a lot of cars that look like that, or worse. We've seen, you know, I'm reminded of the Dale Jr. race from, I think, 2004. He had the whole right front sheared off. Actually helped his car. Had more cooling on the right front, and he finished 4th. But you can beat these cars up a good bit here at Martinsville and still get a good finish. So I'm sure we'll see some cars in the top 10 that anywhere else they wouldn't have finished the race. Movement inside the top 10. Jordan Smith up 3. Brett Kincott from 11th to 8th. Packard up +2. Nick Hansen down 4 in the early going. It's been all Walker Thomas thus far. Bill still never started the race, so just like that, even if he joins, I mean, with how quick the laps are, his race is already over, so 37 for all intents and purposes. Pace car is off. Quicker cautions. We're going to get right back into it. Short track, not Saturday night, short track Monday night. We'll go ahead and crank it up here on the restart, live on YJ Media.
I heard that. What in the world is happening back here?
Oh, track blocker on the front stretch. They did not make it up through their crank it up segment.
They wouldn't you know it? They were 3 wide.
Oh, they did it. Let's take a look here. I think this is... Let's see here. Bradley Gunn, 42 machine. Ethan Ball in the 96. Let's take a look.
It really starts with the 90. I don't want to say it starts with the 96, but it's happening around the 96.
So up on the high side, a little bit mired in traffic. Around the outside, there's the 42 right in front of him. Yeah, that's not really on him that time. Oh, man, there's a lot going on there. 24 machine, Richard Pruitt. I see Bradley Gunn. Take another look at this. It's outside of Elliott Henderson here. He gets a big run into 3. A little bit of a wheel hop there almost. Into the gray. Not a lot of grip up there this early. And then loose out of 4 down into the 96. 96 gets cleaned out by Pruitt. And on board with the 24 machine. Watch these things develop in front of him. 69 of Gavin Fitzgerald also gets a small piece of this. I know last year in both truck races we saw a lot of guys get loose off of 4 and that kind of be almost a calamity corner at times. Was a little bit like that. It wasn't if they weren't 2 cars underneath him, he probably would have been okay. But they were 3 wide at Martinsville, so obviously ran out of real estate. Kirker plus 11 to 23rd. Him and Elliott Henderson were battling late last week at Martinsville. Now they're battling for 23rd. And the opening 20-something laps at Martinsville. Oh, Thomas spun the tires there. Jared Wishon going to have a challenge to his outside here in the 17 machine.
Oh, we already got a yellow?
Drew Pruitt out in the back. Spun around.
Oh, wow. Oh, what in the world is that, man?
Let's find out. They go green. Down in turn number 1. Oh! That's the onboard. Let's find out who got him. And it's going to be Henderson making a big move to the inside, hopping over the curb, and then cleaning out the 24. That is not great.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say there might be some unhappy drivers
I would
after a
be
move like that.
So I get it, right? There's a little bit of a stack up. He thinks he can have a peek at it, but then he doesn't fully commit to it. And at that point, you're better off just dooring him up the track, right? Like, just hit him square, send him up, but you've done a little half commit. You're not even, to his door yet. You're just at his quarter panel. And he does not hit you. You bounce off the curb, get him in the left rear, and then just drift up and hit the 24, so I'd say there'd probably be 2 unhappy drivers with that. I think and Ball, the lucky dog, so that alert actually worked as intended. Very nice. And then Richard Pruitt. Ray Burkett. Says he got a wave around. Did that actually work as intended? Yes, it did. And Richard, how about that? That's so cool that they were able to calculate that. It works. We have a way to tell who does what. That's such a cooler. So all 37 cars back on the lead lap.
We're hitting a big time.
And it's Jared Wishon that actually, at the time of caution, he stole the lead away from Walker Thomas, so new leader. He gets a great jump. He says, you know what, 67's been pretty good. I want to just get clear down to turn 1. Oh, boy. That was close with McConville.
McConville's going to be fighting for it. Ooh, Wishon.
Ah, yes. It said he got a black flag. I don't know what for, but that alert was accurate. I was going to say, he's your alert wadding it up in the back.
Oh, my.
Zach Osborne, Claude Furland. Let's take a look here. So Wishon, I don't know if that's going to count as him serving that black flag. Let's see here. Osborne. It's probably not. I mean, he got to pit road, so he just wheel hops it in there a little deep. Going to get turned by Keith Black. Overcorrects, catches Furland. Nowhere for any of these guys to go. Surprised because he gets in there real deep. A little bobble there into the back of the 85, but that's not actually what causes it. 87's poking his nose in there and catches Osborne, and he just overcorrects a little bit. Poor Furland. That's actually pretty damage there on that left front.
There'll be a good amount of damage to that just entire left side.
Yeah. It spun in there. It hit right on the left front. Let's go on board here with Bennett. Brett Bennett, the 90. We'll have a good look at this. It's not what you're wanting to see right in front of you. Not a whole lot of damage. It's just kind of get off, please. Verland's still on pit road. Let's take a look, actually. I'm curious if he'll have... Yeah, it looks like the steering works there. That's a hard hit. He'll get it spun back around. And it definitely looks, unless that's just his steering offset from Martinsville, it looks a little off-centered there. And he went a couple laps down for it as well, so definitely a good bit of damage there. Poor Wishing, if you were going to serve a penalty, you might as well do it from the lead, because that would have been, you know, you were a couple seconds further up the field, but if that does not count, you'll have to come in, you know, further back to lose maybe an extra lap on that alone.
And we've got a caution.
Yellow out instantly. There's Rich Chet way up the hill. And that was... Oh my goodness. An insane checkup there. Holy cow. But this is kind of the, you know, get the full field, right? You got guys coming off of turn 4 while the guys ahead of them are going green, so it leads to massive gaps. And there was a checkup road 10, and you just see getting into 1 here. They're coming in from way far back. And Carson had all the room to check up. He did. He used all of it. There's Wishing. And poor Carson got used as a cue ball into the one machine of Matt Mackin. There's a massive checkup that these guys back here have no idea about. 4 cars, 5 officially involved in that. Let's see where we can find the checkup. Oh, so it's just kind of a... Really Alex Princeton, I guess. He was already hanging back a little bit. And then did not get a great start. And then it just kind of accordions all the way back past that. So the guy that's currently in P7, it went all the way back. And I hope for Wishing's sake he's not at risk of a DQ, because he's run so many laps with a potential black flag. But now he's got damage to boot.
This race started out really well. They were, you know, running clean laps. Almost got a single file.
Cautions breed cautions. Forever and always. Always and forever.
Time to break the habit.
Here we go. Good launch for the 67. McConville will be challenging for P2 down in turn number 1. Packard up to 4th. Kingcott up to P5. He's up 6 spots in the early going. Halfway through the stage 1 and then some. Combo gets a great run off for nearly a car length out in front. Under braking.
We're 3 wide.
Oh boy. Where's the wreck?
Luckily, they got through it before the corner. But man, that 90 machine, he went 3 wide around the outside.
Brett Bennett, he's up 10 spots, so it's working for him. Comes Aiden Kirker, big dab to the inside of Keith Black. Tail of 2 races there. Kirker up 16, Keith Black down 11. Elliot Henderson trying to follow on through. Now, Kirker does have some right rear damage. Nothing that I would assume affects his race in any meaningful way. But there is damage to the back of that 76 machine. Sylvain Jolie, Brandon Minto doing battle. Nick Hansen just ahead of them. Jolie has a slight edge going into one. Minto trying to fight back. Run off turn 2 for the 08. Napa car linked ahead.
Minto just holding strong on that outside line. 16th is going to almost go
Moynihan
right
also
underneath
loose. We stay green. Everybody scampers. Moynihan lost it as well up there. That's that turn 4. If you can get laps under your belt, turn 4 does become a bit of a problem.
I'm shocked that didn't cause them more of a check.
They were able to somehow catch it before they came back in front of the field. 08 still fighting to officially claim 10th place. Oh, but 12 got tight. Jolie takes it. Lindgren says, my turn. I'm going to put a couple of laps together to complete that pass. Aiden Kirkert up to 17th.
There's contact back here between Moynihan and Elliott Henderson. Moynihan getting into the back of him, trying to keep him from just running on by.
See here, a lot of yellows here from lap 16 to lap 36, but the driver timeline chart very positive. As we approach 10 to go in stage 1. Lafrene and Bennett fighting hard though for P15. Lafrene with a great exit there. He just
Right
thought it up
behind
and, yeah. Oh,
Yellow is
caution.
out.
Donovan Bowruff around. I need to get it going because there's the race leader. Go, go, go.
Looks like it might have just been a self-spin.
He's behind the... There's the wounded wishing machine. Off turn 4, and you just hear the rear tire start to spin up. And he just a slight little kiss there to the inside wall. I feel like a couple of guys will use this as the stage 1 pit stop, potentially. Moynihan, or not Moynihan, Minto, Henderson, Fitzgerald, Wishin, Ball, Jet, Mackin, Wilco, Furland. Fake out there from Conville. Richard Pruitt should be your lucky dog. Jeff Carson will get it in about 9 laps time. Mackin, though, gonna have to beat that pace car out. Uh-oh. Got that inside line, but... Pruitt confirmed the lucky dog. Man, that's close. Wilco with an EOL penalty. There's a lot going on there right at the end of that pit lane. It's said that he got an EOL, but why would he have?
Very excited to see how this 4-lap dash is going to be.
They'll take the restart. It'll be 5 to go, I think. 5.
It'll be very short. See if we can even get there with how fast these cautions are being thrown.
It's such a small track. There's no off track to hide. If you spin out, it'll just pop the caution. So I want the leaders coming back around and smoking you. Thomas has been dominant so far in stage 1. Will look to get a good restart here and get the stage win. McConville, the best start. He'll be fighting for P2. Driving it deep on the outside, but washes up a little bit. Brad Peters back through, just not quite. Got half a car length ahead. Here comes Packard. McConville makes a bobble there. I think that was Bennett looking 3 wide into the inside of Osborne. That Bennett with some aggression in the early going. Moynihan nearly into the back of him. Aiden Kirker's 14th. Plus 20.
Yeah, we really... I don't want to say I doubted him. It wasn't a super easy pick there.
Sylvain... Yeah, no, because he could have been just wrecked on lap 3 from 32nd. You have no idea. Sylvain Jolie 9th. Nick Hansen 10th. The fight for a single stage point. And Jolie got to worry about Lindgren right behind him. Actually, Hansen has to. They both do. Kirker and Lafrene right there. If something big happens. Lindgren trying. Oh, Jolie washes up a little bit.
I mean, it's going to be really tight where the caution comes out because Lindgren is ahead right now.
White
Oh,
flag.
he's going to sit it around the outside. Holy.
Thomas has got it as long as he doesn't have an EMP at his house or something in the final corner. Fight for the stage. Jolie to P10. Lindgren with a late charge there, and there is the yellow. Jolie gets 1 point. Lindgren actually got around Hansen and Jolie and was challenging Jordan Smith there at the end. Princeton was able to hang on to P6. And here comes everybody. And we got some strategy here. We got a good bit of strategy here. Gonna be about 10 cars or so that have stayed out. Make that even more. Well, Henderson and Fitzgerald and Wishon, they pitted on that lap 52 caution, so we got a whole mixed bag here. Jeff Carson, the lucky dog. Everybody back on the lead lap. Unless somebody goes a lap down here. Bo Ruff, gotta get it going. Did not get out in time, so he'll put himself a lap down, as did Aaron Mack. I'm always so confused why that happens. Who had nearly got himself lapped. Aaron Mack and Bo Ruff did. Mack still with some damage, obviously. So 2 guys will be fighting for the lucky dog. Michael Congo, your race leader. Kirker P22. Walker Thomas back down to 14th. Trading Paints decided to refresh and it screwed everything up. Alright, interesting. I don't know what happened there.
This will be fun.
I have no idea what Trading Paints is doing. Okay. Well, we got some updated paint schemes. Keith Black's car just changed. That's cool. As did Mike McConville, so I guess he wanted to update. Good for us. McConville clears Packard, washes up just a little bit. Kingcott bounces off the curb. He'll fall back to P3. Sims putting him under pressure.
We got 3 wide back here. One hand able to, get out of it. Oh, there was a big checkup. man, they are feisty. There's so much race left.
Let's see here. Henderson restarted 14th. He's up to 8th. He put it on lap 52 right before the end of stage 1. So he's got the fresher tires. Looking at some of the guys that pitted at lap 61. Walker Thomas to 11th. And Peters 14th. Fresher tires to kind of make that move on the outside. If black fades a little bit. He has not yet pitted. Yellow is out. Matt macking around. It's like he was getting...
Got turned. Holy,
that 24, Richard Pruitt.
Oh my.
Oh, yep. Oof. So there was contact in turn 3 right there. Saying, hey, I'm here. Threw it way down to the inside. Big send, and you know you just got hit in turn 3. And at this moment, he's to your inside.
Gotta ask, where's the spotter on that one?
Like, he's there. I mean, he's already there, right? I'm not even gonna say Pruitt washed up, right? Because he didn't. I don't know about that one. Yes, it's not a great angle.
And Pruitt's going really fast there.
I mean, he probably
makes a corner, but Mackin doesn't give him a chance.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he probably hits him a second or two later if he tries to give him room, but, like, you know, you gotta... That's that time where you just open up the steering and say, all right, okay, we'll get you next corner. Man. Aaron Mack was the lucky dog there. If Carson put himself a lap down, Bo Ruff now has another contender to deal with. And John Wilco, they say he got an EOL, and he was on pit road for about 50 seconds, so he's now 3 laps down. Henderson up to 8th on the fresh tires. Walker Thomas in 11th, even fresher than that. The top 7 have not pitted, neither has Keith Black in 14th. Black or Jeff Carson haven't let the field go by, so they will put one more lap on the pace lap. Jackson Sims with strategies goes from 21st to 4th. LaFrene from 20th to 5th. Brett Bennett and Elliott Henderson are number 4, both up 19 spots. 34 cars on the lead lap. Carson and Bo Ruff will be fighting for the lucky dog. Pace car is off. Mike McConville, your race leader. The restart zone, we're back underway. Good restart from Packard. He'll be able to challenge down to turn number 1.
Just our picks to win. Oh, yellow's out.
Hello?
Yeah. What? Where? Oh, did they, like, preemptive? Was this, like, a preemptive measure? Is this another one, like, oh, there are so many incidents at one time? Like, the 85, there's a big checkup, sure, but, man.
Let's see here, lingering. See, it didn't even say anyone crashed. It just said yellow was thrown. Normally somebody gets spun and it says, yeah, they were slow enough.
We were told that, like, if there are enough incidents at one time, It'll throw the caution.
Let me go see, because let's see here. 46, Jolie, there's 3. What did Claude say the other week? For road courses and ovals, if there are over 14 incidents within... Oh, wait. Yeah, road courses and ovals, if there are 14 incidents within 7 seconds, a caution is automatically thrown.
I don't see 14 incidents. But...
I'll say this much, right? I'll say Jeremy Brown and Sylvain Joly get a 4X, right? Joly runs into the back of the 46 at a great speed, right? Dents the back end, right? And then here comes Lindgren. That's 12. So the only thing I can think is poor Keith Black from that right there. That contact, which was originally a 0X, then through all of this with Sylvain Joly and then Lindgren, turns into a 16X and pops the caution. That has to be what it is. Because you're not going to... You can't... No offense. You can't throw that. You just get a little bit out of the group. Don't throw that. I feel like it has to be that. Who got the lucky dog there? Carson did. Cause I ain't gonna lie, the caution immediately in turn 1 after we get back from, the previous caution, that's just, you could have just kept running pace laps. Brutal. Green flag back in the air. Conville with a better restart this time. Bo Ruff all on his own for the lucky dog. Packard settles to P2, side by side for third. King Cott and Sims. And a lot of double wide from Jared wishing to get everyone on back. Poor Keith Black, he's trying to save a set of tires, but he's in this hornet's nest right now. And on the outside, so don't want to spin out on the high side. Doing a nice job of just
rewind.
Yeah, there it was. Did a nice job of just keeping that car stable and not, I gotta gas it up and just spin out in front of the field. He knows he's gonna suffer for a bit, so he'll just take his lumps and he'll come back a little bit later.
That's where we're looking for a way through.
Henderson up to P8. 1 spot gain on this restart. And there's King Cott going around. He was inside the top 5 on that happened. Take a look. I will say this is not unexpected. Martinsville.
Didn't even really go around. He got sideways and he's up in that top groove, but he's going straight again.
No, he just...
probably the right idea to throw the caution.
Really aggressive under braking there. That was... He just got loose the second he hit the brakes here. Right there and loose. It was a nice job of not hitting anything. But that one... See, that one I can kind of understand a little bit more. Donovan Boruff says, thank you very much. Free lucky dog. And John Wilco says thank you very much, because as many cautions as we have, you got a chance to get a couple laps back. Because he's now the only car 1 lap down, so. And he's got the stage break coming in about 40 laps, and then if anything else, he'll lead lap before you know it. Henderson had just completed that pass on the 17 machine right before that car came out. Still leading that charge on the fresh tires. Walker Thomas did it 9 laps later than him, and he is 1 row behind in 9th. machine. Top 6 still yet to pit in this race. They can go to the end of stage 2 on field without having to worry about anything. All 37 cars still running, 36 on the lead lap. So, some dents and some dings and whatnot. Fenders rubbed in, but DNFs. Richard Mills with the DNS, though. 38th driver did not get underway here tonight. Restart zone, we're back underway. Great restart for McConville. Jackson Sims, actually, that'll propel him potentially to P2, depending on the exit here.
Fight around the outside. Does not want to give up that spot. It's been hard enough to fight there in the first place.
Oh, and there goes Brett Bennett around.
No call.
Oh, now we've watered it up.
That's yeah. They're still, wow. They're still getting into it. Slow down. Calm down.
A little track blocker there. Moynihan has you lose all those spots too because you're just stuck. This initially starts with Henderson and Brett Bennett, and then it kind of kicks off after that. Henderson, little bump there, gets him up the track, then hits him again in the left rear, spins him out, and then poor Zach Osborne, and then we kind of lose the plot there a little bit with the CPU again, so. But we see the start of this before all chaos breaks out. What happens to Zach Osborne? Does he just run up in there? Just way too deep. Oh, he gets hit from Keith Black. That sends him up to the track. And then we can see how this starts. Just the natural checkup effect. Everyone stops onto the curb. Sylvain Joly. And that was Lindgren that initially, it just kept going. And then Lindgren off the nose of Keith Black, and there's Claude Furland, Pruitt, Ethan Ball, so on and so forth. But definitely started by Henderson getting into the back of the 90 twice, causing that checkup. And they'll restart on the same row. But if I'm the 90, I don't like that too much. You bump me up the track and then you get me in the left rear again.
Yeah, I don't think the cautions are done.
And Lindgren, poor Lindgren, he actually got way worse damage from that than I thought. Oh, he blew a motor. Holy cow, I did not see that. Real quick.
When you say real quick, we're going green.
Well, I gotta just see what in the world. Oh, it's the second hit when he gets turned to the outside wall. So that's his night done. Holy cow. That's our first DNF on something that started out so minor, out of P2.
Ooh, contact there between Packard and 26.
Had to run him up the hill a little bit, compromise his exit. 26 still fighting back strong.
There's a yellow.
Stop it. Oh, is there smoke?
We're entering the very unfun portion.
Ah, that's just after one blown engine, there's another. Jeff Carson will join a effective out of this race category.
Oh, wow.
That is really unfortunate.
And that blew the engine?
So Matt Mackin just real early on the brakes. Larry Nebani into the back of him, and then he's playing pinball back and forth. And then this hit right here pops them. It's not entirely blown right. He drove away, but it, something. You got the smoke, so
Man.
damaged the motor severely. Like that. That's a tough one. You got 2 cars smoking here. John Wilco gets another lap back. He'll get another position.
We went from small wrecks that are, hey, you can keep racing from this to entering the battle of attrition.
Well, it's not even a huge wreck, right? He just hit the... And really, those barriers have some give to them in real life, a tiny bit. I think that would have blown the motor like that. But, poor Jeff Carson found out. Looks like Keith Black put himself a lap down. So he'll be battling away with Wilco for that lucky dog. We approach the end of stage 2. But we had, I think, 3 cautions in turn 1 after the restart. So it's been chippy, to say the least. That stat alone, or just the instant, yep. Now we're down to 35 cars. Still, obviously that's, I'd say, nearly halfway through the Martinsville race. That's pretty impressive. But it's been a lot of minor things. And the track blockers, you're going 30 and you just have to stop. It's not the end of the world. Mike McConville going to get his laps led stat up from this. At a bare minimum. Hasn't pitted. Jared Wishin actually now leading the category of drivers with fresh tires. He was able to sneak through the Henderson-Bennett scuffle. And now he's leading the charge on the fresh tires. Approaching 20 to go in stage 2. And McConville's from the lead!
Wow, and they're still piling in. Wow. Holy.
Vincent, why'd you turn down? I know you wanted to get going, but...
It's going to be Sims that, really starts it all off.
Okay, well... Sims on the outside. I feel like you can't do that.
No.
I feel like you should not do that.
You tell me you can't take out the leader at Martinsville?
So, you can, but, he's on the outside.
From that angle?
Where are you going to go? What? He just flat cleans the guy out. From the outside. You weren't even going to complete the pass on Packard, let alone McConville. Wow.
I didn't even think it was that bad.
It's not even an intentional thing. I don't think any beef, right? I just think he just drives in there so hot. McConville out in front managing, and just wasn't expecting to get hit in the right rear from 4 car lengths back. Maybe 2, but still, it's 2 car lengths. You don't expect. Yeah, normally you're like, oh, Packard's gonna dive it up, but not from. You're not expecting contact on the right rear from where McConville's at right here. You are not expecting. McConville goes first to essentially last on the lead lap, and with a good bit of damage here. Left front damage from the 06 back up the track. Princeton involved, everybody, right? Just the whole thing.
I can share some good news, though.
What's that?
Texas women's college basketball has gone past Michigan to make it to the Final Four.
How about that?
By not allowing more than 10 points a quarter. Well, like, it's like 10.25. Michigan scored 41 points to
All
Texas.
that to get blown out by South Carolina.
I mean,
South Carolina or UConn. Just pick one of the two. Which storied program do you want to lose to? Because we're back underway just like that. Was such a quick caution. Holy smokes. And Jeff Carson or Lindgren, their motor finally just gave up entirely, so one of the two. The Packard was able to sneak through on the inside of Sims when that happened, so Brock Packard, your race leader, leading the group of people that pitted at the end of stage 1, and he'll put some
once again, we're going to be 3 wide going in the corner. Sylvain Jolie Osborne in the 46 machine. Jeremy Brown able to make it through the corner. I am shocked.
Yeah, that's, I don't know how we got away with that. Oh, there goes Osborne up the hill. No, don't hit Bradley Gunn. Oh, he's up in that, he nearly got up in the dirty stuff there, and it just loose.
Here comes Kirker.
Where's he at? What spot?
He was coming out of the pit, so he's going to be a lap down.
Oh, man. I guess, yeah, he's got a good
3 wide behind him.
Nathan Yarnell through the middle. So, yeah, Kirker got a little bit of damage from Princeton coming back down the racetrack when they were parked. So, Kirker's 33rd. Then I think he is the first car going to be laps down, I think. Is he 1 or 2 down?
I believe right now he is 1 down.
Okay.
Unless someone has 1 down.
Interesting. He got away with that, though. 1 lap down for Kirker, Keith Black, and McConville 1 lap down. John Wilco, just like that, though, back on the lead lap. He was 3 laps down about 20 laps ago.
I feel like Osborne is fighting.
He's sliding, man.
Inside that car.
Good bit of damage on that machine. Here's Minto and Nick Hansen, and there's Brad Peters and Brett Bennett. Walker Thomas was able to clear Jared Wishin. So
Pruitt gonna get put in the outside wall. Caution is out, and there's another engine gone. Holy!
And it's Pruitt's and toes immediately. King Cott and I think Corey Burkert also involved.
He's gonna do it. Might be a little early to say. I think he does it to himself.
Let's see here.
Although they're not giving a ton of room to come off the line. Like,
was that King Cott's engine that popped? Yes. It's another 2 down.
Yeah, I believe it when he hit the inside of the wall.
Gets the 85 of Lindgren, I believe, there as well. So we've just popped a bunch of engines here. So let's see. Back to your point. Does he do it?
Really expensive day.
Princeton, let's take a look here. You be the judge.
I mean, you could argue that he's not giving him any room, but he's trying to come up out the corner, and I mean, he just doesn't have the room.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. You said Princeton should run a little higher, but you don't have. Yeah. King Cott, just like that. I mean, his day's done. Just runs right into
like you can't control the car to your outside. You can only control your car. So I mean, if you're gonna take yourself up,
well, that's the thing. He just assumes that he's gonna have more room than what he did, and they did not have the real estate.
Did not have the real estate. It was not free real estate.
I paid for it severely with essentially race-ending damage. So, or not? He didn't. Who got in the back there? Was that the? Take a look here.
We're getting really close to the next stage. I feel like we've had nothing but cautions.
.55, that's Yarnell that he rolled into, not the 95. Lindgren's actually, yeah, we saw what happened. My apologies. So Kirker gets the lucky dog. Keith Black and McConville going to be fighting for the lucky dog next go around. And the loser of that battle, it's tough because we're going to have the stage here in going to be 7 laps. So there's a chance we get a caution. How about LaFrenne P3? Top 3 have yet to pit, by the way. They are the last 3 holdouts. And they're going to look to close out stage 2 here. But wish Walker Thomas is there, Henderson's there. We'll see if they can hold on. Packard especially. Kind of stole the lead there from Sims and LaFrenne, but duck inside when Sims made contact with McConville. Let's see what kind of move this 67 wants to make. Can he make a move? With a 5 to go on the stage. We've run so many caution laps, it's like, do you have a disadvantage on tires that is that great? I don't think so. Haven't said Gavin Fitzgerald's name a whole lot tonight, but he is P5 now. Side by side with Henderson. Trying to take P5 away.
Got my eyes locked in here on Jolie and P10. Battling with the 29 when she was outside, trying to maintain
that final stage point again. Yeah, that's where Jolie was at the end of stage 1. That's where he finds himself again at the end of stage 2. But right now, 29 with the momentum off the high side. Top 4 have kind of pulled away here at the end of stage 2. With 3 to go. They've gotten single file, so this will allow Thomas to make a go at it into the podium. He can kind of wrap around the top side a little bit, get that momentum off the corner with those fresher tires. And he actually pulls a little bit down the back. And he'll clear the 06 machine. Keith Black has the advantage on McConville for the Lucky Dog. And 2 laps to go. And that, I mean, well, obviously we're going to have more cautions, but there is Keith Black. There's McConville. Mackin, another 3 seconds back from that. Not a factor in that battle. White flag for stage 2.
Oh, there's contact here for P10. Jeremy Brown's going to be able to take advantage.
Oh, a little bit of a contact there. Here comes Bradley Gunn to the inside. Jeremy Brown holds it. Big move to the inside. At the end of the stage, nearly contact. There was contact for P2. Sims made a big move at it. Nearly turned the 49. Nearly got himself turned.
You're gonna have to take a look at that instant with Jolie and them in the battle for P10 once we get going. Man, what a final lap there for the stage.
Take a look at the send here. He got a good runoff to it. Wasn't as far back as I thought. He's showing inside the whole way. Does not hit the curb. Keeps it nice and tidy. Nearly gets him there, though, on the exit. And then as a result, slight contact with the 67. He said take a look at Sylvain Jolie going into turn number 1. It's Moynihan. It's Jordan Smith. 08 got a little loose off of 4. Slid up into the 29. Jeremy Brown steals a point. Doors him up the track a little bit. There you go. So same situation. You got... let's just show it. Walker Thomas and Brad Peters pitted at the end of stage 1. Ross Brockman pitted midway through stage 2. Brett Bennett pitted, 10 laps ago, right before the end of stage 2. Same thing with Jared Wishart and Nathan Yarnell. Kirker again at the end of stage 1. And then Packard on back. Gonna be, at the end of stage 2. That's your top 15. So it's all topsy-turvy, but the overwhelming strategy at this point is pitting at the end of stage 2. It's now kind of flipped itself. look who's been on pit road for a significant amount of time. McConville, Furland, Wilco. Not a whole lot of repairs, but McConville was one of them that's been on pit road some of the longest time tonight. And as a result, he's battling for the Lucky Dog with Matt Mackin. Keith Black was the Lucky Dog recipient in stage 2. Kingcott and below out of this race, 35th and 38th. Final stage underway. 126 laps to go. See if Brockman or Bennett, with those slightly fresher tires, can make any sort of impression on those top two. Pushing way up the hill. Well, what can Packard do? He's leading the charge of the guys that pitted at the very end of stage 2. No fuel. Fuel's not really a factor whatsoever. There is a slight game being played with the tires. Although if we keep getting as many cautions as we have, I don't know if it plays a slight factor, right? They got to run laps to get it to matter for sure. P6. Jackson Sims also on that same strategy, pitting at the end of stage 2. He's got a back bumper of the 76 that's heavily damaged. Trigger hasn't been in since lap 61, so not bothering him too bad.
Some aggressive moves as his driver's trying to get forward again. Sims and Packard getting really close with the traffic.
Sims is not somebody I want to see in my rearview mirror with how the moves he's made tonight. That's pretty aggressive send there. And I think it even upset Packard. He saw that coming and he's like, wait a minute, am I good? And it kind of got his exit a little bit messed up. But Walker Thomas back to the race lead here.
Oh, we got to go 16 around. Osborne in the wall hard. Oh.
And that car has been not well treated tonight. They've been fighting some demons with it. You see there's the drop on that lap alone. Let's take a look at what happened. Fine margins, tries to clear on Elliott Henderson. He thinks I have the run, and it's, I mean, look how close that is, and at that point contact is made. Sends him up the hill a little bit faster than he wanted to go. That's a weird look. Physics, I don't think physics makes sense there. He suspended
that little,
that.
like, spin.
Yeah, on the nose, that didn't look right. I think that gives Mike McConville the lucky dog. $16th caution of the night. It's crazy because, you know, they get... I'm curious. Before I even start talking. NASCAR caution record at Martinsville. Okay, so it didn't even tell me that. AI overview is dumb. 14 cautions in the March 2026. Man, AI is dumb. March 2026 Xfinity race. This is AI, by the way, and they can't even get the series name right. 13 in the 2026 Cup Spring Race. Either way, we've exceeded both of those. It looks like there was 21 back in 2008.
I see 18 in 2011.
I see that as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I guess most cautions. We're going back read. So let's just say 20-ish is the record. We're rapidly approaching that pace. Still, 45% of the race left to go. Great restart for Thomas. But, it does happen in real life. They have a 20 caution race. It's just, I got to slow it down. The rate of cautions needs to decrease, though. They're heading in the wrong way.
The 2007 Samstown 250 at Memphis had 27 cautions.
Whew. Okay. We might not get there. But Mike McConville, I believe, is serving a penalty for incidents.
Oh, wow.
The drive-through penalty at however many incidents you get.
The 2005 Coke 600 had 22.
That's the one that I saw. Yeah, I said 2008. But so there's his drive-through penalties. No, he's actually pitting. So that's gonna. He just got the lucky dog, but now he's done and dusted. For real. Mac Osborne's coming in. His is probably a drive-through because look at the state of that car.
So the most for a Martinsville race was the 2007 fall race at Martinsville with 21.
Okay. So we're not there yet. What the heck happened to McConville? He's out 40 seconds, so he must have, it's a 40 seconds, it's some sort of penalty there? Okay. I thought the incidents thing was a drive-through, but Osborne's
Ooh, you got a yellow.
It's going to be Bo Ruff, where Nebani and Matt Mackin, who unfortunately was the lucky dog recipient, but not anymore. If he was actually involved in this.
Ooh. It's the 19 machine.
This is okay, so it just said Matt Mackin was slow because he stopped on track for this. Why didn't it say
he did not want to be involved?
Right. Okay. Oh, it did say Princeton wrecked. He was just up ahead. So 19 machine, McConville's there, and he's kind of entering a little higher, and Boruff just with the back bumper there. Sends him around. And then that is going to be Aaron Mack getting a piece, and Blair Nebani, and Matt Mackin able to slam the brakes there, and he should be your lucky dog. They're both, I think, no, Mackin's 2, Conville's 3. Osborne has also come back out, and he's also 3. The sad thing is all 3 of them can get their laps back. I don't want them to, no disrespect, but let's get a move on here, fellas. Get some green flag laps. I don't know who the dominant car is outside of Walker Thomas. We haven't run enough laps to determine that. There it is, Mackin getting the lucky dog. 1 lap down. Walker Thomas, Brad Peters, Aiden Kirker pitted at lap 61. Approaching 100 laps on a set of tires here shortly. Aiden Kirker from 34th to 6th. That car does end up showing it like I thought it would. We go for the restart. Perfect. In contention for a third win. With that car. Fairly impressive.
Making an insane comeback.
But Walker Thomas, I think, is the man to beat tonight. Started from third. Side by side for second. Jackson Sims not out of it. Alex Prince in the pit lane for a potential penalty. Caution out again.
Where was this one?
Don't know.
Ooh, right in front of Elliot Henderson. The 55 a Yarnell. Oh, yeah.
Henderson gets into the left rear a little bit. Straightens him. Oh, he straightened him out. We're good. Keep it green. No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't.
We see a track. Oh, no. Okay, they're suspending. That's a suspension.
Oh.
Can't do that.
Uh-oh.
You cannot.
Oh. Well.
It wasn't even that bad, man. I get it, but boy.
That's not even that. Oh, you wrecked Wishing. Yeah, you're. Yeah. Yeah. Can't do. It doesn't even do anything. Like the 03 is completely unaffected. Like he's not damaged at all. Like he didn't take him out. Like you're not Matt Kenseth, buddy. I know Henderson had a run-in with somebody early. I don't think it was Yarnell, though. I think it was the 90 that had gotten... If anyone has the right to be upset with Elliot Henderson, I think it was Brett Bennett. That was fair. Let's take a look.
Tony Henderson just pulled right back in front of him. Like, he did nothing to Elliot Henderson.
So, like, if you're Yarnell, you're like, hey, I'm clear, but you've missed the bottom. A little bit, not egregious. I'm not gonna say Henderson has, you're not gonna complete the pass at this point, right? You're not there. You're not gonna get a good run off, and he does kind of get him, right? I'm gonna say that Henderson gets into the left rear here. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, Yarnell is allowed to be annoyed and
but then
potentially retaliate, like a small,
like, hey, I'm unhappy, but you've gone and wrecked Jared. Well, here's the weird thing, right? He is right here the whole time. Did Henderson say something, I wonder? Because he's following him, and now you've wrecked Jared Wishing, like, a good amount. Like, yeah, so that's not cool.
And they're about to restart right next to each other.
I'm curious as to why... I mean, he'll get suspended, but I feel like you kind of got to just park him.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that. He'll get a suspension, but I guess they're going to be like, hey, I forget. I don't know. Unless something was said that I'm not aware of. Because obviously I have it muted. For that reason, because we don't...
I mean, so do I. I haven't had that on in so long. It used to get so bad.
Matt Mankin says, thank you very much. I'm back on the lead lap. Alex Princeton and Wishing. From that, Wishing is now a lap down. So let's actually, if we're going to continue to just see. They're right next to each other. I don't know how you race after that, right? Because, like, Henderson turned the 55, and the 55 went and got 03. Like, how do you just kind of drive both of them around each other? Like, I don't know. They figured it out, I guess. But
it seemed like Yarnell really had a shot at him. But
I guess he got his lick back. I don't know.
He screwed over to 17.
Yeah, 17, I think. Yeah, 17 should come dump the 55 now, if anything.
Start
And that's entirely warranted. Like, if I'm the 17, I'm going to go dump the 55. Like, no, you're not going to run 13th. You just sent me back to 30th. No, I'm going to go dump the 55. I understand that. But we're back. Cooler heads have prevailed or something. Like I said, I don't know how you continue on that. 'Cause I don't know. Because Henderson, I think from that perspective of the initial wreck, Henderson's going to think, well, I didn't really do anything. He missed the bottom. And then obviously Yarnell thinks he got wrecked. So then Yarnell wrecks Henderson. He's like, all right, we're even now. But then Henderson's like, well, wait, I didn't wreck you to start. You wrecked yourself, and then now you've wrecked me, so now I have, like, there's always going to be two sides.
Now there's another driver.
Like, yeah.
There's 3 sides now.
It's just, because there are some times, right, we've seen historically real life sims, like, oh, I wrecked this guy, he wrecks me, and it's done. Like, I wrecked him, and he got me back. Now we're done. But in cases like that, when it's so iffy, and then a guy retaliates, it's like, well, now the original guy is going to think, well, now I do have to wreck you. I didn't think I wrecked you the first time, but I'm going to go out and wreck you for real. Like, and then sometimes, if you're Elliot Henderson, you'll be like, hey, remember when you intent wrecked me and then immediately fell back to 20th in 2 laps, and I'm up here fighting for top 5? Like, there are some guys that look at it like that. It's just, there's so many personalities involved in sim racing. You don't know what you're going to get. What we do know is that Walker Thomas is dominating this race. He has led 95 laps, 96. Mike McConville led a good bit of stage 2, as did Packard, who actually won stage 2. Brad Peters has not led a lap, but he runs P2. He's under pressure from Jackson Sims, who is credited with 1 lap led so far tonight. No surprise, Aiden Kirker from 34th is your biggest mover. All of them reside inside the top 10. Our 5 biggest movers so far tonight. Lafrene always going to run the 90 up the hill a little bit. And he'll complete the pass. See, that's the way to do it. You just ever so slightly, there was a little contact, but you ran him up the hill, compromised his exit, and you complete the pass. Oh, no!
Well...
Oh, dear.
I don't think that's how it works.
No, it's not. Well, we just saw it there. We were happy to be on it. Let's go back and look at the pass, though. Again, like I said, there's just so many ways to look at it. Right there, people would be unhappy with that. But that's a lot of how you see passes IRL get done here, is you have to force them up the track so they can't get that run off the corner. Bennett off the high side here. Just loose under braking, carry too much speed. Back into the wall, does a nice little pirouette, 360, whatever, and he's back underway. I said fuel didn't matter, but for the guys that pitted at lap 61, it did. And they say, you know what, with about 100 to go, this is when we'll make our final stop. Instead of 4 fresh tires, they'll have the freshest tires. They'll be mired in traffic, though. And that gives the lead to Jackson Sims, who's been super aggressive all night. And He'll have the clean air. Henderson to P3. Bowruff in on the second lap. Brett Bennett pitted lap 110. He's got the oldest tires left in the field. Did not come in after spinning out there. He said, I'm going to stick with it. I think Jared Wishing got the lucky dog. Or no, he is still one lap down. Caution, we're going to push 20. And
I think we might break the record.
we're going for it.
I mean, we only need 2 more to tie.
And we've had, Martinsville's just Martinsville. And the sim, I mean, it's just, you're not going to get a good race. Hardly. I mean, officials are even worse than this, and that's something to be said. Good restart there from the 26. Back on the way.
Oh, they're already wrecking. What in the world is this? Holy...
I don't get a black flag. I'm assuming for a penalty.
Someone just didn't go?
There's 20.
Is it Aaron Mack? Is it in front of Aaron Mack? Like...
Oh, it was Kirker getting turned from Nick Can. Yeah, well, actually, no.
Well, yeah, because
yeah,
they're not going.
Yep. I see that now. Blair Nebony did not go. You see, there's Chris Claude to the inside. Aaron Mack checks up. Walker Thomas has to check up. 76, Vaden Kirker has to check up. Nick Hansen not able to check up in time. And that's the strategy game that these guys have played. They're back here. We get involved in all this, this scrap. Took out almost 3 of the best cars tonight, just like that. Jared Wishing, now your lucky dog. Deservedly so. After getting wrecked by Nathan Yarnell. Osborne and McConville still 3 laps down each, and honestly, if we want the record, they'll both be back on the lead lap. With, 69 laps to go now? .31 cars on the lead lap. We've only had, 5 entrants out of the race. One didn't start, but yeah. So really only 4 cars have DNF'd. All of them with blown motors. Damage throughout the field, though. And the longest green flag run of the race might have been the opening 16 laps. And then everyone remembered they were at Martinsville. So now, though, this will be a super important fight to who will start getting their laps back first. You actually want to fight for this because your cars... Osborne's been pretty rough. McConville, we saw what happened to him. He was leading this race for most of Stage 2. You almost have to, if you're Mike McConville, get the lucky dog spot now. Oh, Osborne's coming into pit. Well, that's that. Forget everything I just said.
How many laps can we go this time?
So McConville going to start getting some laps back here. He just needs guys ahead of him to stop putting themselves a lap down when they wreck and get,
We're going to be 31 going to turn 3. Walker
it.
Thomas going to get up the inside. He makes room. He forces the room. Here comes Kirker with him.
Peter's way up the middle. Matt Mackin says, just please don't wreck me.
He made it. He's like, I'm going to ride through the middle. Go around.
Don't hit me. Go inside or out. Take a pick. Bump there. Osborne back in. I think he was trying to serve a penalty and he just got it all wrong. Yonel also into several black flags, so hang on. Mike McConville might not be out of the woods yet. Serving a black flag, so I think it's going to be a 40-second hold. So McConville should be okay. As Jackson Sims leads. Lafrene has had some aggressive moves tonight. He's P2. This could be a fun battle to watch. Keep him continue to close in.
So we're, what is it, one away from tying the record, correct?
I thought you said 26, or was it 27?
21 for Martinsville.
Ah, yes, one away from tying the Martinsville record. Yeah, it was a random truck race at, what'd you say, Memphis? Nashville?
That was an Xfinity race at Memphis.
Such a random place for the record.
And it's actually not even the record. It's 25. The record is supposedly 26 at Hickory in North Carolina.
Oh boy.
Well, there's the tie for second, because the cup record is 22.
We're getting the record no matter what. What on earth happened here? There's Corey Burkert in the 95. He self-spins, gets hit from Chris Claude. Princeton gets... So actually it is the 95 of Burkert that kicks this off. He simply just... He gets a good entry, over-rotates, gets the curbing, and it instantly spins him out. Claude not able to avoid. Boruff gets Princeton, and Nibani not able to blow it up in time. McConville can't get the 0x or anything. I think he's good, though. Nibani jumps to pit road. The guy's taking the opportunity to pit. McConville now be 2 laps done. There he goes.
I think
cautions. 2 of them are staged, so really it's only 19. EOL penalty for Jared Wishin. Don't know why. Princeton has put himself 1 lap down, so that will stop the McConville for now. That's what I keep talking about. You get these little wrecks at the end of the field, and Martinsville being Martinsville, 20 seconds a lap, these guys just keep getting put a lap down because they're stuck. So Princeton will be back up again, and then McConville, and then a ways to go for Yarnell.
Oh, that is funny.
What's that?
So I'm the record is 26 cautions in 1992 at Hickory for the Busch Grand National Series.
Mm-hmm.
And on Racing Reference, they don't have the actual results.
Oh boy.
So
now you got to do some digging. Who won the most wreck-filled race of all time? How do they have
Wikipedia
the amount of cautions, but not the race results?
Is that when it? That doesn't line up whatsoever. On well, because Wikipedia lists the race April 10th, 1982.
Mm-hmm.
Racing. Oh wait, that's 82. I'm dumb. Let me go to 92. Okay, 92. Tommy Houston of Houston Racing won that race, and I believe that's probably going to be the only information I'm going to get on that race.
Oh, yeah. You know, there's like a 30-minute video on it somewhere, right? Like the most cautions in NASCAR history, and they just have like the recaps and like the spectators like, yeah, they just kept record. You know what I mean? They got it somewhere. They got a video for almost anything. Here we go. Oh, I think there's going to be some checkups on that restart. Okay for now.
Oh, I don't think that was in the race. I heard an engine blow, but I think that was in the pits. I was like, oh god, they're doing it.
They're doing it again. Princeton to pit road for what I assume is a penalty. Oh, hello? Where's Jared Wishin going? He's eventually making it to pit road, but he just kind of... Okay. He took the Moon Car 24, avoiding the track blocker, you know, down the backstretch. That's interesting.
I have found the full results of that race, and we can talk about it during the next caution.
matter of moments, I'm sure. So yeah, Princeton, that was a drive-through. So that was his drive-through for incidents, and then Wishon actually going to stop in his box for I don't know. Battle for third is Gavin Fitzgerald just had the quietest top 5 night of all time. They are 3 wide behind him. Oh, Packard's loose. Ethan
Quiet for him, loud for everyone else.
Look at the 96 and the 99. I just realized that those paint schemes are nearly identical for the team all ball code racing. Battling away just inside the top 15. Bonnie, after a minute and a half on pit road, gets back going. Mike McConville has raced his way up to the lucky dog spot again. 2 laps down. Alex Princeton 2 laps down as well. About half a lap behind after serving his drive-through penalty. Nearly in danger of going 3 down, needs a quick caution. Bonnie back in though the very next lap. I don't know if you call Phoenix necessarily a short track, right? But Jeremy Brown dominated that race. I don't know if you call Darlington a short track. I don't think you can. But Phoenix, at least, I don't know.
Phoenix is definitely not a short track.
I've seen arguments for it, few and far between, but I have seen people claim it could be.
I mean, the real thing I want to call it, I can't.
But it's the closest thing that we've had to a short track on the calendar so far. And Jimmy Brown inside the podium right now, so. Not a coincidence, potentially. Looking for Walker Thomas's progression as well. P5, he's leading the charge on those fresher tires, pitted at lap 165. Take a look here. Much fresher tires than everyone around him. Aiden Kirker, although damaged, still on that same strategy, making some progress, as is Brad Peters back into the top 10.
I must say, this is one of those races that I'm going to be waiting for the report after the incident
At-fault report. Packard makes a big move there to P11. Ross Brockman, Jordan Smith trying to follow suit. All ball code. Behind him, Nick Hansen, Ethan Ball. Rich Jett, quiet top 20 run so far. He's plus 16. Hardly a scratch on that car, unsurprisingly. The man that has to do a lot tonight will be Chris Claude in the at-fault report, but he's kept the car clean, running inside the top 25. Corey Burkett recovered from his spin. He's back on the lead lap. McConville still trying to get 2 laps back. As we are catching lap traffic, that's going to be Princeton to go 3 laps down unless he catches a break.
There's some spots where it can happen. Packard trying to get under Jolie right now.
You notice, though, like all of a sudden, it's very spread out compared to what it has been. They just need laps under their belt, and then they'll get, a little spread out.
We're coming to 50 to go, man.
Just like that, right? I mean, they have run themselves out of laps. 80 and the 99 doing battle here into turn 1. Bradley Gunn has arrived on scene.
Ooh, I see a car.
He slid. He arrived on scene and just like that took himself out of the scene. And now under pressure from Furlan. Moynihan's right there as well. As is Brett Bennett, who's had a heck of a night up and down this field. Trying to climb up yet again. I heard somebody spinning. It was Aaron.
There's a caution.
Yes, it was. McConville says thank you very much. I think Alex Princeton says thank you very much. Goes off into one, a little high. Problems there. It's on the exit. Oh, we could have kept that. I don't know.
I don't think that was an iRacing caution. That wasn't a, thrown caution.
So now we're going to flip the strategies again. The guys that pitted at the end of stage 2 are going to flip it one more time.
I gotta say, there are some names in this race. The 1992 Hickory race, Busch Series Hickory race, the Mountain Dew 500. I said it was won by Tommy Houston.
Mm-hmm.
There are only 30 cars.
Okay.
It supposedly is less than a half a mile.
Yep.
Like, I think someone said it was a 0.4 mile track. Bobby Labonte P2, Chuck Brown P3. We got Joe Nemechek P4.
Front row Joe.
Darrell Waltrip, Steve Grissom, Ward Burton, Jimmy Hensley P8, Butch Miller P9, Jack Sprague P10, and then we'll just get to the big names in this race. Jimmy Spencer, Dale Earnhardt P12, Jeff Burton 14th, Mike Wallace, we got Ricky Craven, Bobby Dotter, Kenny Wallace 24th.
All those big names contributed to the most cautions in NASCAR history, too.
Still not done. Todd Bodine 27th, Jeff Gordon 28th, Ernie Irvin 29th, and then rounding out in, like, he finished 18 laps, Jeff Green in 30th. Like, there were some names in a caution field race.
So they got 18 laps in, and Jeff Green exploded, and then they're like, "Oh, we lost Jeff Green. We can't go on. They can't act right."
Man, like, when I saw Tommy Houston won the race, I'm like, okay, there was no one in this race. And then I look at the results. Labonte, Nemechek,
Tommy
Waltrip,
Houston catching a
Earnhardt.
stray tonight for no reason other than a bunch of guys 40 years later started wrecking at a Martinsville iRacing race, and Tommy Houston caught a stray. Oh. That's what year was that officially? You said 92?
It was 19. It was his last win.
You said 92, right? Correct?
Yeah, 1992.
92. We had Kenny Wallace showing up, and Earnhardt was still running Busch Grand National. Jeff Gordon appearance.
And we've got different. Wikipedia calls it the Mountain Dew 400. ESPN calls it the 500. Although DriverAverages.com, which also has all the results, calls it the 400, so I'm going to call it the 400.
2-1. 400 carries it. Good restart here for Walker Thomas. Who's going to be leading the charge? It's going to be Jackson Sims. P11 on the fresh tires. He'll have to get going pretty quick. He's going to split the middle. 3 wide. Oh, he 4 bounced off the curb. Bo Ruff.
How is there not a caution? Oh.
Did a nice job to keep it straight, everybody. Or minimize the damage there. Sims 2 spots there. That's what we'll need. Take a quick look here at the tire strategy. It's all over the place. Figure that out, right? There's 3 different things going on here. Ain't got no clue. No shot. The most someone's been on pit road tonight has been Daniel Moynihan. Only 8 times. So despite the 23 cautions that we've had, most someone's been on pit road is 8 times. Jackson Sims to P7. Like I said, I don't know how much tires matter at this point or how many cautions we get. You need laps under your belt. I think so. If you get up in the rough stuff there, it's going to matter no matter what tire you have on. As Bo Ruff and Wilco found out, they kind of just minding their own business. Oh, big wreck! Keith Black, Furlan, Joliet.
Got a track blocker on lap 210.
Blown motor for somebody. And it's Keith Black. Everyone's got to get it going before the leaders come back around.
gonna give some more fun facts about that 1992 Mountain Dew 400. It was
so early.
29 GM vehicles and a singular Ford.
So nothing's changed for Ford. They got 2 cars in the O'Reilly series.
And that's it. The funniest part is who was in the Ford is Jeff Gordon for Bill Davis Racing.
Ford Jeff Gordon can't hurt you. He's not real. So Keith Black just gets up out of the groove, throttles up, loose, off Sylvain Joly, back down into the path of Claude Furland. He'll instantly tow.
I'm gonna be honest, Ford Jeff Gordon can hurt you. Looking at the 1992 Busch Grand National Series standings, that man led 1,100 laps.
The only Ford in the field. He was the factory. There was nobody else. There was no team. It was Jeff Gordon.
He finished 4th in the standings behind Joe Nemechek, Bobby Labonte, and Todd Bodine.
Joe Nemechek, that's my goat, man. Front row Joe. It'd be like 2012, and he'd just be dominating a Talladega race for half of it, just for the fun of it, just for the love of the game. Nemco Motorsports or whatever, just no sponsors, but just would always qualify on pole at Talladega, it felt like, or something. Love me some Joe Nemechek, man.
Man, Dale Earnhardt run 13 races that season. Interesting. Who's the wildest who ran like 1?
Who's the one-off? Mike McConville is back on the lead lap.
I'm gonna say this name, and there's gonna be someone out there who might recognize it. It's not me. Cecil Eunice ran 1 race that year.
Never heard of that name in my life. Thought you were gonna say Munich for a second, and I was like, "Hey, whoa!" Never heard of him.
Yeah, nope. Chad Little.
I've heard
Mike
of that
Skinner,
name.
Brett Bodine.
Bodine, obviously. It's a really good thing we ain't got a truck race tomorrow. Need a break from Martinsville. I think everyone would like to move.
Martin Truex Sr.
All right. About it.
I didn't know the senior raced.
Makes sense given everything we know now. Here we go. They're going to run out of laps here. They're going to especially if they just keep stacking cautions here late when the aggression goes up, they're just going to quickly run out of laps. So if you're Walker Thomas, just keep getting those good restarts, man. Get that launch. Let them fight for second for a couple laps. Caution comes out, run off 5 more. You're about done.
Yeah. We saw how fast they would tick away through the stages.
There goes Minto.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Jeremy Brown around.
Man.
And it's a party. Look at McConville. He's like, give me the spots.
Red Farmer ran 2 races.
I want to see McConville's point. Rich Jet, we said he had a quiet night, but this is one he'll want back. Oh, he actually gets help. My apologies to Rich Jet. He got help there from the 46 machine. A little accordion effect there. Into the 12. Mass chaos. Couple guys ran down pit road. That was a smart idea. There you go. 24th caution of the night. I'm not going to hit 30, though. I don't think we get to 30. This is a good thing for my mental health. Take a look at race recap. Yeah, it's a long one. We've had ultimately just two green flag lead changes, but way
We're
more
currently
leaders than that.
2 cautions away from tying the all-time record.
Let's go! And I think it's safe to say
and that
we
was
get
on
there.
a half-mile track in Hickory.
In
Like a
1992
24
with
mile.
Ford Jeff Gordon and Tommy Houston. Matt Mackin with an EOL. I don't see how this is. I don't normally it says it, but something is triggering that alert. It might just be iRacing assigning it manually. I guess it's not. Yeah, that's what it has to be. iRacing can assign that, not league admins.
Wait.
Forgot about that. Ultimately, though, it's going to be just shy of half the race under caution, which is, it's pretty tough. You hate to see it. Because we know that these guys can put on a good show at the ovals and the super speedways and the road courses. See where it ends up at, though.
On another fun name in the 1992 Grand National Series, Brad Sorensen. I am going to assume
Father
Reed, whose real name is Bradley, and I had a very I was going to question it, but he was 6 years old in 1992. I don't think he was driving that car.
No, not quite. So I will say that last caution, Jackson Sims was able to sneak through, right? He gained a bunch of spots. Somebody's motor just exploded.
Yeah.
He's on the freshest tire. Take a look at the stats here. It's significant.
Oh, the 43's going around. What happened there? That was so violent.
Pit road, yellows out. It's Claude Furlan.
Oh.
I don't. Let's see here. It's an O.
I mean, I didn't see it whenever it was live. Like I saw his car go around. I didn't see how.
Oh. Oh, there's his motor. There's another one down. Medic. Man, the amount of engines blown here I would not have predicted. Let's see here. It's so. I think Wilco's coming up a tiny bit, right? I think that's the consensus. Tiny bit. 3 wide. It's not a good thing. Stop going 3 wide at Martinsville. Stop it. Julian Hurley gets right hooked there. Goes to the motor. Oh, jeez. 25 cautions. They already broke the record though. Just because I have the ability to read. The Cup guys, granted, that's twice as long as this, by the way. That's 500 laps. They had 27. So really, we're doing much worse. We're doing a whole lot worse down here tonight. Because we are literally, we'd be on pace for 40-something cautions. Princeton, you're lucky dog. What is it? It's 25? Yeah. We'll be on pace for about 50. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Fellas.
And we're one away from the record.
Listen.
Or from tying it.
Listen. That's a lot. Everybody has their part in it, right?
I knew the name. I'm going back to more names in 1992 Grand National Series. Chad Little, father of Jesse Little.
Not Jamie Little.
No.
Here we go. We got one for the record. We have only 25 laps to go. 24 now. They need 2 more. They need every 12 laps. I think they got it in them. I think they do. I'm rooting for them.
Nah. I'm here for the record now.
Yeah.
Need 1 more to tie, 2 more to take it.
So many people just have been on and off pit road for incident drive-thrus too.
Oh, ooh, Minto disappeared right behind the 95. I thought he was going to take him out.
How about this?
Oh, and around goes the 95 anyway.
It's a good-looking car, man. Look, Matt Megan's like, I'll just let you guys figure it out. It's... It gets to a point, right? The call was funny. You made me laugh. The route goes to 95 anyways. It doesn't even matter.
Like, I thought he was going to go around the corner before because Minto, like, he blinked out. And I was like, oh, no, that's not good. And then
there you go.
Like, oh, they're fine. And then
oh,
anyway.
Right, that's right there's where you said it. And that was really sketchy. And then let's see here. Complete. It's so unneeded. He didn't have to do that. Oh. That's one of the more, like, we've had some pointless cautions, but that one's like, hey, bud, the whole time, where did you think you were going to go? We're not clear. Oh, somebody just, who was that? Is that your Mac? No, who was that? What? I've lost track of the camera. No, that was Jeremy Brown and poor Bo Ruff. Oh, wait, no. Oh, he misses it. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, there was more going on there than I thought. Minto makes a nice move there. Checks up the 4. No, just nowhere to go. Unsafe pit entry from poor Bo Ruff. Oh my goodness. 26. Oh my gosh.
We have tied the record.
Let's go.
It would be really funny if they don't get another one.
If they go 19 laps to the end, I'd be shocked. However, the 67 looks real good. The 06 looks in one piece. Like, there are a couple cars in this Wreckfest that have managed to not hit anything. Like, the car in second place, his back bumper is beat to smithereens. O2 looks pretty good. Jackson's done with some, like, cosmetic damage there on the left rear, it looks like. And we've really, like, not too many cars out of the race. Like, I know we lost, it was Furlan that blew the motor. And Keith Black, obviously, were the most 2 recent. But it's really just been like, okay, Princeton, you know, Ball and Yarnell have kind of dropped off the lead lap here. And obviously Jared Wishin joined them as well. He did that under his own accord, though. He just came in and just parked it. Furlan Black, recent retirement. So 29th and below out of the race. 28 cars still going. It's the pay window's open. 25 on the lead lap.
Oh, there's a big checkup on the start, though, but we're...
And that's the record! We got it!
There's no... Oh, where's the... I never heard it say the caution came out.
We got the record.
Instantly.
I'm so tired of that one, though. Like, we literally don't even get to turn 1. Wait, that was, like, instantaneous. Holy cow. I don't understand what happened there. At all.
I mean, they just started fanning out. I think someone was just like, all right.
They're just gonna hit the button. What? Like, the caution's out here. And the 08's like pulling down to the left for some reason. And Elliot Henderson was looking like, something happened. He just didn't go. Yeah, he did not go. I guess that's why they threw it. How about Alex Brinson's gonna get back on the lead lap? Oh, we lost Aiden Kirker. Oh, he left. I guess he was fed up. It's your championship lead. It's not great, is it?
I mean, we're right here, though.
I don't understand how you put up with it for that long, though.
Especially, he's there.
Well, no, yeah, wait, yeah. I just thought he was blinking out. He restarts and hits Alt F4. And then they fan out.
Another issue.
What on earth? Did he have a hard stop at 10:30? Is that what it was? I guess. I don't know, man. Because I noticed that he blinked out, but I was more concerned as why the caution had come back out. But him leaving, that shouldn't trigger a caution. Like, F4. Okay, he's gone. Like, why did that wouldn't have brought out a caution? Okay. We'll just keep going.
Bring up another name who ran in the 1992 Busch Series, Davey Allison.
Nice.
I believe he got 7 races in.
Very nice.
We love Davey Allison in this household.
25 cars on the lead lap. Ethan Ball, Yarnell laps down. And I think at this point they are stuck. They are not going to get back on the lead lap. God help me if they do. Aiden Kirker just left. Furlan Black wishing on pit road. And Lindgren's been there for an hour and 15 minutes. The engine blown. They all just went home anyways. We're back underway. Just 12 to go. I mean, they've eaten up a lot of the laps, but here's what I'm looking for. There will be a winner of this race if Jackson Sims can get clear. Oh. Forget I said everything. Must have been a penalty for incident points. That's a heartbreaker late. Forget I said anything. Walker Thomas.
Now that one's I'm pressing F4. F4.
We got the... Yeah, all right, Walker Thomas, just bring us home, boss. Just bring it home.
We gotta crank it up Redemption.
Might as well. Might as well.
Definitely gonna bring out another one.
Where's the button? I've lost it. Here we go. One there, just since we're getting towards the end of the race. But yeah, this is what I thought the battle for the win would look like. But poor Jackson Sims is a lap down. But it's 7 to go, just like that. 26, I think, overall should be quicker. He's 1 lap down, so Corey Burkett with a black flag. Man. He's the lucky dog anyways. He doesn't have to fight this. If he gets a caution, he can gain a couple spots probably. If he really wanted to force it, he could pass him and say, hey, I don't want to go to the tail end of the longest line. But I don't think he wants to, do it that bad. Yeah, Burkert's in for that the drive-through. It's 0.8 of a second to Lafrene. There's a whole fight here in the midfield. McConville back up to the top 15. He was 3 laps down about 30 minutes ago. Aaron Max strong, top 15. Wilco plus 20. Gavin Fitzgerald, just a quiet podium all night. Right there. Moynihan's car's beat up. He's P9. Brett Bennett's been all over the place, man. Take a look at this driver. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And he runs P6 plus 20. Hanson gonna make a move here. Caution!
Oh,
That
caution.
changes everything. Aaron Mack around. He just loses it off of 4. Slight contact there. And that is your 28th caution of the evening. Jackson Sim will have a chance to get a pity top 20.
Now we get to see the chaos of.
Green, white, checkered, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, it will be 1 of 3. And there's no way this is clean.
There's no way
Like-
this is clean.
You would hope so. Like,
So,
it would be.
all right, let's.
Because we have to be entering dangerous territory for every driver on incident points.
Yes. What happens if you just get in? Like, what if somebody just shoves you into the corner on the last lap and you get the penalty? And, right? Walker Thomas pitted 84 laps ago. Lafreniere 128. You'd think slight advantage to Fitzgerald and Packard, but 2 laps at Martinsville, they don't have time. They have no time from the second row because Thomas has been getting phenomenal starts. They just need the 06s on the older tires. So I still think it's gonna be hard unless somebody just outright wants to wreck Walker Thomas. I still think he's got this in the bag. Still think he's got it in the bag. I've been wrong before though. Creditor had 5 poles in a row before tonight, by the way. Just looking at it. This would be Walker Thomas's first win of the season. He's been very quick all season, but punctuate it so far with a trip to victory lane. We
There's
got
like 2 more cautions to get up to 30.
we got Rockingham and Bristol after this. Oh gosh. Here we go. We're in overtime. 251 laps, man. We got this sucker into OT. That's what everybody wanted, was to run more laps than required. It's going to be about the restart. Jackson Sims going around. We'll catch tail end of the field. Try and get something out of this late. It could have been challenging for a race win, but not meant to be. Potentially the final restart of the night. Hopefully. 28 cautions and 1 restart to settle it all. Oh, he went late. Oh, he's got him. He played everybody there.
It's going to be the Walker Thomas show there.
Just got to do half a lap. Just wall ride. Just get across the line.
Just get there. Take the white.
Moynihan serving a penalty. And it's official. First to overtime, they got it done. Fight for second rages on. That's all Walker Thomas needs to see. Half a lap to go. Down the back straightaway for the final time. By a distant 0.6 of a second. Lafreniere hard charging. Trying to keep the run on the outside. But it's going to be Walker Thomas from the pole. Dead heat for second. I think it's Fitzgerald.
It is Fitzgerald by
Nothing.
100? Like nothing? Like 1,000? I don't know.
Man, another 3 inches. Oh my god, we paused it at the right time. Look at that. Packard 4th, Peters rounds out your top 5. And everybody wants to go home, I think.
Man, I can't wait for these interviews. They're just...
But I said I shouldn't have picked the pole sitter. I should have.
Probably. Hey, I'm happy with my pick to win. That's a top 5. He looked good. He led laps.
I picked
Was
McConnell, but
not-
he got 11th, so. He did lead laps. He got really, just, I don't know.
Like,
I just
you can be happy with your pick to win if he doesn't cause an incident. If he's not, you know. The
There
prog.
was not a scratch on that car. That's the more impressive part of it, right? Look at this.
Very
I
true.
don't see a scratch on that car. There's some marbles and some rubber buildup, but no scratch on the car.
I think we only saw one person right from the lead today.
It's my pick to win. Alrighty. Let's see here.
No one showed up to the waiting room, so we will see.
Oh boy.
We will wait.
Who wants to talk about it?
I know Lafrene is in a voice chat, but I think that's the only one I see.
Give it a little bit. Give it, what, a minute? There's
Well,
Fitzgerald.
there's
Give it another minute or so for our race winner. There's Lafrene. Walker Thomas just joined the Discord. Yeah, he just joined voice. So what I'll do this. I'll give him 20 seconds. Fair to everybody. Everyone just had to regain composure, I guess.
ah.
All right, let's see what we got. Walker Thomas got a copy.
Gotcha.
Congratulations on the race win. Got a solid night, the stage 1 win from the pole, and a little bit of an offset on tire strategy here and there. There was only 3 sets in the pits, but there was some variance in that tonight. A lot of cautions, and yet the 67 machine, not a scratch on that race car, and you come on with the win here tonight.
Yeah, it was a really good night. Starting the night off, grabbing the pole, led all of stage one, felt really good. Kind of got off kilter there, like you said, and Brad and I and Aiden kind of worked our way up through the field. 3 of us for Elite Motorsports, and yeah, had to work hard for it. That's for sure. Yeah, I felt really good. Felt like I did have the best car, but oh man, it's not easy to try to go from the back to the front at Martinsville. It's always just so tight, and you just never know when the mayhem's gonna happen. But yeah, really good night.
Absolutely, especially like when you mentioned getting off kilter with the rest of the field, because it was interesting enough split strategies tonight on the tire sets with just 3, but
Yeah,
going back to about 15th, 20th at times, and just having to work your way back up through the field with the amount of cautions that we had, just somehow not being involved, just doing a good job navigating everything and just biding your time. And obviously there at the end, they kind of flipped it back. A couple guys had some newer tires, managing the restarts well, and just keeping the clean air and the track position at the end.
yeah. After stage one, I kind of thought everybody was gonna do the same. I was a little caught off guard to be so far back to start stage two. I know some guys flipped, and then other guys just hadn't pit at all. So after stage two, it was like, okay, well, I'll try to do the same. We'll stay out here with all the amount of cautions. I thought, there was a good chance we could have made it on fuel from at the end of stage one. But we had I don't know, maybe 20-ish lap run there with about 80 to go. And I thought if I was gonna come down and make sure I had enough fuel to get to the end, I needed to do it there so I had enough time to come back. And yeah, it didn't work out, but I was worried with those guys that had flipped and put tires on with about 50 to go or so. I think they definitely had more speed. I know some mayhem kind of happened there. Sims, I think, got a black flag for too many incidents. Aiden got DQ'd from that same incident. So at that point, it was just controlling the restarts, and yeah, the car was on fire tonight. So props to the Premier Setup guys. Really gave us a fast car for Martinsville for the whole Elite Motorsports team.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the win. We'll let you get any more shout outs in if you have any.
Yeah, just Premier Setups, obviously, and then Diecast fans for always being on the car. Had them as a primary this week, so it's cool to get them to victory lane. Make sure we use code DFANS at circleb.com for $6 off shipping.
Absolutely. Congratulations again. We'll see you next week at Rockingham.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That answers the question with the DQ, though. So the initial checkup must have given him a 2X, and he just gets DQ'd, and Jackson Sims gets a man.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's keep it moving. Here with your runner-up tonight, Gavin Fitzgerald in the 69 machine. One of the only other few cars in this field with hardly a scratch on that machine. The biggest mover to beat plus 26, and it was just quiet. Like, hey, there's Gavin Fitzgerald just running fifth all night, running fourth, and just ended up on the podium and runner-up tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a bad qualifying. I smacked the apron off of 4, so we ended up in the back. I really didn't want to be back there. Track position was really key tonight, and to start on the back foot cost me stage points at the start of the stage. Obviously rebounded with I think it was 5th in stage 2 to get us some much needed stage points after missing last week and the couple weeks we've had. But yeah, just a solid race overall. I'm not sure if we were a top 5 car. Feels a little bit undeserved. I hate Sims getting a drive through. I think it was the 74 getting DQ'd. I hate it for them. But you got to kind of capitalize on what you can to make the most out of it, and I think that's what we did today.
Absolutely. Well, like you said, when you come from the back and you're able to minimize, getting caught up in stuff or just putting your car in spots where you're not going to get those incident points and have to make. I mean, we saw like 10 different cars have drive-through penalties, one ultimately getting DQ'd. That's a big part of it. 250 laps, just managing the stuff underneath you. Because I just get a couple 2Xs, the car's fine, but I have to serve a drive-through penalty at the end of the race, or end up DQ'd. But it's impressive coming from the back. It was a fun finish with you and Lafrene. Photo finish for second. You get the best of them by 100th of a second. And runner up here tonight. So congratulations. I'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
Yeah, obviously, like I said earlier, just want to shout out Sims. It was probably the best out of all the Spectrum cars all night. I hate that for him. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if I ran into the back of him or if someone missed a shift or what. So again, I feel bad for him. He's been lights out most of the season. Elliott too. Both of those guys, help me a lot week in, week out. I know we had, Brent and Blair too have nights, definitely not the nights they wanted. Brent's been having a pretty fantastic, start to the season. So definitely sucks for him to kind of go out that way. I don't know what happened. I just knew he blew up. I don't know anything beyond that, but Giant Tiger being on the car, every, basically, for the last 5 years, my parents were letting me do it. My parents are retiring, so it's good to get one last podium with Giant Tiger on the car. Eric Kep for bringing this whole Spectrum Racing group together. And yeah, we'll go again next week.
Well, congratulations again. We'll see you next week at Rockingham.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Here with your third place finisher tonight, Gabriel Lafrene. Did so well last year in the trucks at Martinsville. He was one of my sleeper picks tonight. Started 20th, but able to work his way up through the field and ends up in a photo finish for second, but by 100th of a second ends up P3 here tonight on the podium. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a whole lot of damage on that 06 machine. Able to keep it mostly clean, starting from right in the middle, doing a nice job avoiding all the chaos, not having to serve any penalties or drive-throughs like that, and it winds up in a good finish. So congratulations again.
Yes, I try to stay on the track the most of the time, and with this lot of caution, 28, it's pay at the end. So yeah, I stay outside the damage.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the podium. And we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
Yes, thanks to the broadcast, and thanks to Chris Claude for the league. Thanks to my teammate Sylvain and Claude. It's a pretty hard race for us, but 3-3 for me, so really happy.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next week at Rockingham.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Always a pleasure to have Gabriel in the booth.
Don't usually get a goodbye.
Yes. 28 cautions. It was an endurance tonight, I feel like. But are any final thoughts?
I mean, it felt like we were, back in the weekends broadcasting, some Wreckfest. Like, man.
And there was a lot of track blockers and whatnot, some self spins, but nothing like that was insane, right? You know what I mean? Like just out of this world, next level. Oh, he went and took him out like Matt Kenseth on Joey Logano, or like whatever. None of that stuff.
I mean, there was one, but
but
definitely not a lot.
Like that. That's whatever. But the deserving car won the race. Walker Thomas from the pole. Led the most laps, fastest lap. 4 different leaders. It was himself, McConville, Sims, I think, led, and there was one other for like a lap or two. But Fitzgerald in P2 was the biggest mover. Well, Frenay, top 3. They have 1/100th of a second there, 1/1000th there. Shows. Packard, another strong result in the top 5. Bennett ends up P6. Henderson recovers to P8 after getting intentionally wrecked about midway through this race. You just see the race of attrition just drop off towards the end. 37 starters. Richard Mills did not start. He won't get points. So all the way down to Zach Lindgren in the 37 machine. Rich Jett, Sylvain Joly. Conville rallying to P11. John Wilco top 13. Bradley Gunn. Good result for him. And then 24 lead lap finishers. Ethan Ball, the first man, 1 lap down. And then it just big chaos from there. So we're done with Wreckfest. The TDRL Championship last week. Congrats again to Dip. We're off for the weekends for a little bit. Should have an event scheduled next month. We hope to announce soon. Then we're back next Monday for Rockingham, and then next Tuesday, trucks are back after a week off from their silly schedule. Rockingham doubleheader next week, so be sure to tune in. Have a great rest of your week. Good Easter. Happy Good Friday, good Easter, and we'll see you next Monday. Y'all take care.